Hello everyone, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So, I've done what I needed to do to get those two satellites into orbit in order to get the data for the contract with scanning and the stuff. You know, the biome scan and the resolution scan. We're close on the resolution scan. It's like 78% out of 95%, so we're getting close to that one being finished. It's getting a little bit more difficult to get the rest of the stuff because it's kind of going over the same path it was before, but just slightly off, so it's getting a little bit more each pass. It's a very tedious process, just trust me on that. And the biome scan on the moon, I just got that started, which is why we're recording now, because I don't have to worry about any other launches. Also, I got my science lab into the correct orbit. I haven't set anything up there yet, I believe. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now, we want to go to Minmus, because we have two contracts for Minmus. One is to get low orbital scientific data of material study, orbital telescope, magnetometer, and mystery goo. The other one is to get high orbit of mystery goo, telescope, and materials. Which means we need to have at least 2 materials and 2 mystery goo. Now, we're just going to go ahead and use the Mooner Tickler, but we're not going to plan on landing, I think. We're going to... I don't know if we can land with this. Maybe we could. Possibly. But... it is Minmus. It's not that difficult to land. It's just, I don't know if I have enough fuel to get to Minmus. Now, should I just plan on it? Should I plan on landing there and just hoping that I don't screw everything up horribly? Because Minmus is so easy to do. It's just getting there that's the pain, and that's the only worry I have, is the getting there part. You know what? Instead of just worrying about it, let's go ahead and just make it a slightly bigger fuel can. Now I just need to edit this fairing a bit. There. Nice and tightly tucked in. This is completely ridiculous and stupid. I should go with a better pod, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go like this. Now, the only thing we really need to do is make sure that we have the correct things. Let's see, mystery goo, so we have 2 mystery goos. Orbital telescope, a science junior. Press mat, we've got a couple of those. Magnetometer, another science junior. So we have everything we need for this mission. Is there any other science that I could do? I could do solar particle collector, but that's not really what we're after right now. I would rather do that with some sort of satellite. A bledo of neutrons actually would be a good thing to strap onto the side here. My throat is kind of crap this morning. Let's see. Let's put this here. Any other things I can do? Not really. Everything is just pretty much set up. And let's offset this thing back into the side a bit. I like it like that because it looks like it's actually built into the rocket instead of strapped to the side. I actually didn't get this placed properly. Can't really do it with this one. That's fine. Alright. So, this is now a Minmus tickler. I don't know why I call it a tickler, just go with it. It'll be fun. Zoom out, damn it. Ugh. What is it I am doing with my life? Let's actually change this out. Just because it'll help us get into orbit. Because I don't think that I'm going to actually be able to achieve orbit with just this alone. For some reason. I just have a bad feeling about it. Alright. I think we're safe to launch. We should go ahead and do that. Alright. So on this flight, we are sending Valentina Kerman. She is going to be the first Kerman to go and step foot on the minty surface of Minmus. Sure hope that she's excited about that. And yes, she didn't get to go to the moon, but hey. Can't always have everyone doing everything, right? Yes, and I need to get that Wubble space telescope into the proper orbit. I forgot about that. Well, it should be fine. We can get that done after the launch is taken care of. Alright, Valentina, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, launch! And away she goes. Nope. For some reason, I think I might have underestimated the power of this stage. Or maybe I just launched it a little bit better this time. Because we got up here with plenty of fuel to spare. Now if you could just rotate so we can actually be pointing at our maneuver, that'd be quite lovely. Come on. Stay on target. And burn. Alright. So Val, this mission is very important. We have run out of mint ice cream. You need to go get mint ice cream from Minmus. She does not look amused at that joke. I love it when their facial expressions just kind of go perfectly with what you just said. It's always good. Come on. Burn faster. I know you got enough thrust in there to get to this spot. Go away, kitty. Go. Choo, choo, choo. Darn cats. Ah, almost enough. Well, that's actually perfect because that means this thing's going to be falling back into the atmosphere, whereas we are now in orbit. Perfect. Alright, so we need to target Minmus so we can get out there. And the first thing, of course, is going to be to adjust our node. It's not going to all be done on in one orbit. Just kind of a downside. I really should switch back to this thing quick. Let's take care of that. Alright, got that taken care of. The alarm is in 43 minutes, so we have plenty of time to get our nodes adjusted and our trajectory heading out towards Minmus. Well, I do wonder, if I were to add a maneuver here at the node, I would have an intersect with Minmus. I went out pretty far. Yeah, I'd have to make the maneuver before we even got to that point, which just wouldn't work out very well. So we're going to spend this part of the orbit just adjusting our node, and then later on in the orbit we will get to the proper trajectory. Can I get Nan? No, 0's about the best I can do. That's fine. Unfortunately, because I switched over to that other satellite, I have lost information for the max thrust of my engine. So let's just give us a quick burst. So about 12 seconds to get the change. Fair enough. Do quick save and zip on over there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Close enough. No, I should switch it over. Burn just a small amount in the opposite direction, so we're not off by any degrees, really. Because a couple, even less than 1 degree here is a huge difference compared to out there. As frustrating as that is. Alright, so I just tried to record again. I hit my record button, and the game crashed right after I hit it. Stupid game. Anyway, our maneuver is in 27 minutes. Our Wubble Space Telescope is in 31 minutes. So this is actually a fairly close maneuver setup I have. Probably the closest one I've ever done. Like, personally. We have our maneuver to get to Minmus. It should hopefully work out. It's a pretty small window, to be honest. In fact, the window completely just disappeared. I think the game might have actually reverted to a point before I had the window found. Nope. It's weird, I can't really get a good location for this. Let's delete that. Try it from here. Oh, there's a moon encounter. Very weird one. Okay, so it'll be up ahead. Come on. There we go. There's a much better one. It's a very small window, it looks like. Only a couple hours near Minmus, but we should have the fuel to make that work out. And it's a lot sooner than this. Unfortunately, we don't have any of our data, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 40 seconds or so, if I remember correctly from before the crash. Unfortunately, I didn't have any recording on, so I don't think I have any information for that. Oh, we're just going to have to go with it. I will F5 that, and we'll get to a minute out. And quick save again, so if I'm wrong, then we can just jump back a little bit. Come on. Go faster. So one thing I hate about the time warp is the limit on speed you can go. Actually, I need to adjust this a bit because we kind of rolled off the point. There we go. Alright, quick save here. Now if I'm right and it's going to be a 43 second burn, it's going to require 20 seconds to the node. I was pretty dang close. Ended up being more like 44, but hey, we will get close enough with this. I am pretty certain we will. And our stage has plenty of fuel to it. So any minor adjustments we need to make will be fine. Okay. Doing good. Doing great. So, I'm trying to think what my main goal should be, and I've actually got the extraplanetary launch pad mod installed, so I'm thinking maybe it'd be a good idea for me to set up some sort of mining operation on like Moon or Minmus in order for me to get, you know, resources necessary to create rocket parts on a lower gravity planet. And then from there, I can make rocket ships and stuff with minimal effort to get them off the planet and flying around and stuff. I think that'd be a pretty cool goal if I could do that. And I already know I'm going to end up having some sort of fuel mining and refining area, but that's what I do after I get that set up. That's going to be a question. I'm going to every single planet in the system. That's definitely a long-term goal of mine, but aside from that, don't know. Anyway, I should switch over to my satellite and get it into position. We've only got 6 minutes until the maneuver node. And thankfully it's only like a 2-second burn, so it's going to be pretty fast. I just realized that this satellite doesn't actually meet the requirements. And if it did, I'd already have this contract completed. Oops. I think I was remembering the wrong contract. Well, damn. I guess the only thing for me to do now is hope that if I send this back into orbit, I recover everything. It's a long shot, but if I manage to recover it, good for me. Man, what a waste of my time. Okay. Oh, look at that trajectory. I love the trajectory mod. Alright, you're going to come into the planet and you're going to go all the way around it and crash land in this ocean over yonder. Perhaps. Well, out of my hands now. Back to the Minmus tickler. And we're almost there. Alright, so I wonder what kind of orbit we're going to have here at Minmus. This is going to be... Okay, it's that direction. That works for me. And the burn necessary to slow down is going to be... $206, so 10-second burn? This is all guessing, because I'm not very good at calculating rocket stuff. But look at all the science we have. Should put the alarm clock away and put my science up here, because we're not doing any other things right now. Crew report. Transmit that. Magnetometer. Frozen ice cream doesn't emit a magnetic field, dummy. Even the science reports say it's ice cream. Which begs the question, how did a gigantic ball of ice cream get into space? Clearly there must be a gigantic planet of giants, and one of them managed to throw this ice cream through the cosmos. And it managed to get trapped in orbit around Kerbin. Alright, so we need a material, a mystery goo, temperature scan, we might as well. You feel like eating the goo. I wouldn't recommend eating that goo, Valentina. That probably isn't healthy. Space is cold, no matter what. Samples react to the lack of an atmosphere. Or keeping that one. Keep the goo. Orbital telescope. Minty gelatinous sweet, must get closer. Transmit that one as well. And I forget, can you recover the temperature stuff and reuse the thing? I think you can, so I'm going to try doing that. Oh, not enough electric charge. That is a slight problem when you're facing away from the sun, with your only solar panels that do not move. Alright. I was actually close on my burn estimate, although that was at a very low thrust, so probably would be even less energy required for that. Okay, while we are doing science, we will keep our solar panels facing the proper direction. I don't know what it's trying to transmit now. Oh well, doesn't matter. As long as it gets... Come on. I know we have the energy for this. We got to. Alright. So, after plenty of waiting around for my electric charge to get back, I ended up with a pretty decent amount of science. And there's some debris that's going to be floating around Minmus for a while now. Such a shame. But we're at our final stage, well, final fuel stage, and we now have orbit around Minmus. We just don't have a low orbit, which is what we need to complete the rest of this contract. So let's just go ahead and bring this down to around, oh, I don't know, 100,000 meters. $93,000. That is close enough for me. And we have plenty of electric charge, so hooray for that. But I believe that we're going to end this video here. I don't know if it's going to be a short one or a long one, but I think that landing on Minmus should be its own separate episode. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you did. I will see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.